I could give Roxanne Modafferi, just because it's the UFC, 2 more chances. Wait, how? She's on 2-fight losing streak. Give her 1 more chance. And they might give her an easy opponent, but, it's so rainy out, bro. But, yeah, I think Roxanne Modafferi, give her 1 more chance. I know, because she is taking on tough opponents. I'll give her that. Yeah, good one, Taylor Santos. I have, legit nothing to say, bro. But, yeah, moving on up the card. Chris Daukaus versus Shamil Abdurakhimov. Now, we're into stuff now. Now. I picked Chris Daukaus to win by first round KO. I thought Shamil Abdurakhimov would be a little bit rusty because he's been out for a bit, and his last fight was a legit beat down against Curtis Blades. Completely got outclassed for there. And he's also 40 years old, Shamil Abdurakhimov. And Chris Daukaus is young. Well, he's not young. I think he's around 32, but he's just in his prime. But he's active, getting first round KOs. And Shamil, 40 years old, inactive. So if you would pick Shamil in this fight, I need a reason why. So I don't think you can pick him here, unless you're like his family member or something like that. But Shamil, the first round goes around. First round comes around. Daukaus does a little bit of some fades. I'm worried for Daukaus, man. He got a KO win. He got the KO win. I understand. Okay, let's just say the fight. Okay. Goes out there. He lands some good shots. Not big shots, like big shots, but early on, before the knockdown at the end of the first round, Daukaus had so many openings. And he's lucky that Shamil Abdurakhimov. Seriously. Shamil Abdurakhimov. To be honest with you, I'm not saying Chris Daukaus had a weak chin. He had a solid good chin. Really good chin. I think he has a little bit of some openings. And I think if you're taking a guy like Derek Lewis, I think if Lewis and Daukaus fought, why am I on Cody Brunder's page? I don't know. If Derek Lewis fought Chris Daukaus right now, I would probably go for Derek Lewis, in all honesty. I just don't see Daukaus TKOing him. I think Lewis would probably KO him, actually. But, yeah. Maybe he can beat a guy like Rosenstrike. But probably not, though. I think Rosenstrike I'm worried for Daukaus. He got a brutal KO, end of the first round, stole the round. I'm not worried for him, but, I think he needs to cover the holes quick, because he's going to take on puncher guys like Jarzinio, Rosenstrike, and Derek Lewis, and Francis Ngannou. All those guys are more so Ngannou and Lewis, because Rosenstrike, he's a little bit more technical with shots, unlike Ngannou and Lewis that just swing like an autism child. I'm just being honest with you. But yeah, Chris Daukaus goes out there, gets a brutal KO, bad KO. Yeah, Shamil's just not in it anymore. And Chris Daukaus, his call out, Stipe Miocic, fireman versus cop. If you know what that means, but you might not know. If you're into UFC, if you're a hardcore UFC fan, you'll know this. But if you don't, you don't. Casuals might not understand this at all. But Stipe Miocic, his other job, other than UFC, being a UFC fighter and a former UFC heavyweight champion, he's a firefighter. you know. And Chris Daukaus, top 10 heavyweight or top 7 or top around top 7. Was it around top 10 UFC heavyweight prospect. He is a cop, aka a police officer. So fireman versus cop. I like the idea. Chris Daukaus, I like the idea, but you're not gonna get that fight. You beat Shamil Abdurakhimov, for God's sakes. Even Curtis Blades won't even get Stipe. Just shut up. I like the idea though. If he gets the fight, it'll be perfect. But I don't see him getting that fight. I think it's a cool fight though. But you know what I think they will do? Shut up, truck. You're always everywhere. But I think they should. I think they're gonna do Derek Lewis versus Stipe Miocic. And I'm gonna spoil a little bit. I'm gonna spoil something here. I think they're gonna do Chris Daukaus. Nah, I think they're gonna do Curtis Blades versus Chris Daukaus. And I think it's an awesome matchup. I'd actually probably go for Daukaus there, because Blades, as much as he showed a good chin, I don't know. I think that uppercut Lewis landed on him was a little bit lucky. I think that was just like a 1 out of 10 chances, or I think that was 1 out of 10 chances. If they rematch, I'd probably pick Blades. But yeah, Daukaus, good win. Maybe do him versus Blades next. But Miocic, I don't mind. Moving on, up the card, Dan Hooker versus Nasrat Haqparast. I went with Dan Hooker here. 30-27 unanimous decision. You get exactly that. Even though they scored one, the judges scored 30-26, which was interesting. I don't see how you can give a 10-8 round for I don't see how you can give a 10-8 round to Dan Hooker. And if they weren't going to do that, I thought they were just going to give Nasrat a round just to be nice to him. But no, Dan Hooker, 30-26. Interesting, but it was kind of 30-27 on two of the cards, so I'm taking it. Dan Hooker, man, real deal. And he looked really good. Showed improvement of grappling, which is interesting. Because if he does go in a fight, oh, dang it, he would have beaten Poirier, man. I know he's better than him. Dan Hooker. He got KO'd by Chandler, but if they rematch, I'll still probably go for Hooker. And I'd actually probably go for him by, I don't know who. I don't know. Dan Hooker is really good, man. And as much as you can say, oh, Poirier beat him, he still made it close and did better than McGregor 2 of the times Poirier and McGregor fought, not including the first fight back in 2013. These 2021 fights, he did better than McGregor, and I really like Dan Hooker, man. I really do. I think he's a nice guy. Showed improvement of cardio as well. Usually he slows down in the 3-rounders. Not in the third round. Is that in a 5-rounder he's done, but usually in that third round he gasses out. Especially in 3-rounders, saw against Alec and Quinta, he slowed down a bit. Hooker looked good, man. And especially that third round against Poirier, I thought that was a big red flag. But Hooker's improved cardio, improved striking. Maybe it's just because Nasrat Haqparast isn't on his level. But I feel bad for Nasrat. Dan Hooker raised his hand up for him. Nasrat, if you don't know this, Nasrat Haqparast's mom died, but he still made the fight. Thank you, Nasrat Haqparast, for making it. But yeah, Dan Hooker, good stuff. And he also called out Beneil Dariush and in the nicest way, and in the funniest way also. I don't mind the matchup, and I actually don't mind Dan Hooker's chances. Dariush isn't that great. Like, he's good, but like, it's not he's not blow hair back. Like, he does get the KOs against Carclose and Scott Holtzman, which shocked me. But I don't know. But yeah, good win for Dan Hooker. Moving on up the card. Merab Dvalishvili versus Marlon Moraes. Great fight. I wouldn't say fight of the night. I'd say the main event is fight of the night. But this was a scrap. Merab Dvalishvili versus Marlon Moraes. The things how a good performance by Merab. Very good performance. But there's some things I don't really want to point out. Moraes came to show. He did. Against Rob Font. Rob Font's a little bit... Rob Font is good. He just signed a fight with Jose Aldo. I don't think he'll win it, but like, it's a good fight. I don't know why I just pointed that out. It has nothing to do with this, but Rob Font KO'd Marlon Moraes, but Rob Font is a top contender in that bantamweight division. Lost to Corey Sandhagen by wheel kick, which is harsh, but it's Corey Sandhagen. He is now fighting Peter Yan for the interim belt. Oh, that's rumored on Topology. Moraes showed, and I think he lost to Jose Aldo, so I think he should be on a bit of a losing streak right now, which he is. But like, on a 5-fight losing streak, I thought he lost to Aldo. But he still technically won on paper. I like Moraes, but it's just, please just don't cut him. Give him one more chance. I would rather you feed him to like an O'Malley or Adrian Yanez, if he does pass Davy Grant, which I think he could. But like O'Malley, it's an easy win. Maybe Moraes can take some time off. Merab Dvalishvili, next opponent. There's a lot. Now he's not going to get Sandhagen or one of those guys. So I'd say they're going to do Yan Sandhagen, Aljo sit out, which I'll make a video about, by the way, Aljo pulling out of the Yan fight. But, I wouldn't say Dillashaw's earned his title shot by defeating Corey Sandhagen. Whether you like it or not, he did win that fight. I thought he won it 3-2 with the grappling. But Dominic Cruz, done. I think they should. O'Malley saying Pedro ? Cruz ? On Twitter. O'Malley needs to shut up and fight Kelleher. I know I like O'Malley, I really do. But you beat Chris Muccinio to the 3rd round. I'd say, and Pedro Munoz, you're not gonna get that. He's planning on moving down to flyweight. And Cruz, you're not gonna get Cruz, even though it's a money fight. You're not gonna get it. That fight. I just don't see him winning that one. I don't see him getting that one. Sorry. But yeah, I think Merab should take on Dominic Cruz. I think it's a good matchup. Merab looked good here in the comeback, but that was more so Moraes completely. Moraes looked good early, dropped Merab like 4 times. I was like, oh my god, on live, but yeah, it is what it is for Moraes. O'Malley needs to take on Kelleher, in my opinion. Stop being Cruz. Pedro, no one call out Pedro. He's not in the bench. He's planning to move to flyweight. So is Cody Garbrandt. So I take Cruz. I think it's an easy win for him, in all honesty. Maybe Cruz can beat him and with his footwork and that. But maybe there's other people I'm just missing Because he's not going to get Dillashaw. I think Cruz is the only guy. Bro, imagine I'm just missing a name. Cruz is the only guy, right? Frankie Edgar's fighting Marlon Vera, so you can't do that. Cruz is the only guy for Merab. Isn't it like you're not gonna get anyone else? Cruz is the only guy for Merab. But yeah, only matchup. He's not gonna get Dillashaw. Dillashaw's injured, and he also is planning to get a title shot. But yeah, it's a good matchup. I don't know, man. I don't know if Fred's next for him. I'm thinking Cruz. I'm thinking Dominic Cruz. But yeah, good win from Rob. He looked good. Moving on, voice crack. Moving on up the card to the main card. Jessica Andraj versus Cynthia Calvillo. Now, Jessica Andraj looked good. Really good. Cynthia Calvillo kind of crapped herself in there, and all. She just kind of crapped herself. And she just didn't. She was just. I looked like she was scared in there, like a chicken. Good performance by Jessica Andrade. She got it done. A lot of people said first round KO, which was interesting because she only beat Karolina Kowalkiewicz, a girl, and that's a UFC fighter. That's not UFC caliber, and that's a UFC. It's a UFC strawweight and that's in Karolina Kowalkiewicz. And Jessica Andrade, only person to get a KO over, and Karolina Kowalkiewicz shouldn't be in the UFC. She's just trash, completely. That's why I picked Penny to beat her, and she did exactly that. Jessica Andrade, a lot of people picked her by KO a lot of people picked Andrade to win by KO, which is a good bet. Good thinking too, because I really did not see that coming. But yeah, Cynthia Calvillo, she looked better against Chukagian, I'd say, than Andrade here. But Andrade did beat Chukagian. Good performance by Jessica Andrade. I thought she got pushed to the title a little bit early. Oh, Andrade also beat Rose, but like it was a slam. It was a slam KO, a little bit of chip move, but whatever. And rematch proved it. But she looked good against Rose in the rematch also. So I was just saying, she beat Rose also, but it was slam, and it wasn't round 1 KO. I was saying she got pushed to the title a little bit quick. Like, I know you beat Chukagian, but like, I think she should have. You know what I think she should have got? This fight, then Chukagian, then title shot. That could have worked out. That would worked out. But or maybe Chukagian, then this fight, then title shot. Maybe Shevchenko and her can do a rematch down the line. But man, good win from Jessica Andrade. Standing TKO, just covered up since Calvillo just couldn't take it anymore. And Jessica Andrade, I think she's actually very good. Really good. I think she can get out-grappled sometimes, but it's Shevchenko. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was really confident in this pick. I was saying to myself, Calvillo has a chance as a huge underdog, but she doesn't. Just covered up and just couldn't take it anymore. Andrade gets it done. Do her versus Viviane Araújo next, or Tatiana Suarez in her comeback, or maybe Talia Santos that just won earlier, just won that one on the card also. But yeah, moving on up the card. Curtis Blades versus Jarzinio Rosenstrike. I went with Curtis Blades here. I said he would get a decision. Thank goodness. I said 30-27 Blades. I think I said that. I'm gonna look back now. But I did say decision for Blades. I know I did. Didn't I? I did. Whatever though. Blades gets it done. That's how I got the prediction correct. I know that for sure. I know that for sure. Rosenstrike is officially a gatekeeper. Why did he take this fight? And this is what he gets also. Speaking of Martin Sano, he did not shake Curtis Blades' hand, but Blades mocked him of him Rosenstrike back then getting KO'd by Ngannou. Blades needs to shut up. He also got flatlined by Ngannou. Well, not flatlined, but it was a TKO. Weird stoppage, but it was an understandable stoppage. Blades got it done, but it was a boring fight. Kind of took it down a star from this card, because this could have been one of the best cards ever. Good win from Blades, really good win. Swollen eye from that flying knee that almost made me jump, that flying knee was very close. Very close. Blades showed a good chin though. Showed a good chin against Jarzinio, Rosenstrike. A little bit more of a technical striker, not just like a big wild thrower like Derek Lewis or Francis Ngannou, but yeah. Rosenstrike can hit hard. He KO'd Arlovsky. I know Arlovsky has a bit of a weak chin, but Arlovsky's doing good for himself lately. Yeah, I think good win from Blades. He got it done. Outstriked him for a bit. It was a boring fight, but Rosenstrike landed a flying knee that kind of made it a bit more fun. Blades gets it done though, and it's better for the division. But no, apparently not though. If Rosenstrike won, it could have been good. But does Blades get a title? Let me just say his call out. He wants the loser of Cyril Gane Francis Ngannou versus Cyril Gane. Ngannou is still the champion. He wants the loser of Ngannou versus Gane, or the winner, or maybe Miocic. Dude, you got KO'd out cold in your last fight by Derek Lewis. Let me just say some stuff about his call-outs, though. The loser of Ngannou Gane. If it's Ngannou, which I think it will be, I think Gane will beat him and outpoint him and outskill him. I think you're not gonna get that, and you won't get that because Blades has flashbacks of Ngannou just punching him in the face twice. Well, I reckon I didn't watch the first fight back in like 2016, I think, or 2017. But Ngannou must have punched him, I think, and it was stopped due to a doctor stoppage. But the second fight just puts Blades out. I actually picked Blades to beat Ngannou in that second fight. But Blades, man. If it's Gane, that's the loser. I'm down. It's a good matchup. I think that's actually a good matchup. I think that's actually that's a bit of a tough matchup for Cyril Gane. Don't you agree? I don't see him out grappling Blades. I think Gane will beat. I think Cyril Gane would beat him. I'm not picking Blades to beat him, but I think it's a bit of a tough matchup. But I think Gane would outstrike him because Blades. I think Gane would outstrike him, outpoint him. But Blade beat Volkov. Don't forget, he did beat Volkov. But and look how Gane made it close with Volkov's. I don't know. I think Gane would beat him. In a 3-rounder, I'd pick Gane to just 29-28. In a 5-rounder, I'd pick 4-1. I pick 49-46 Gane. But if that's the fight, I'm down. But he said, but other than that, he's not going to get the winner. He just got KO'd by Lewis. I think they're going to do Lewis versus Miocic. So about that Miocic call-out, that's a no in my opinion. You know what? And especially I said this about Dawkins. Dawkins also said, I want the winner of Blades Rosenstrike if I don't get any others. and Blades won. So that says it. Curtis Blades versus Chris Daukaus should be the next fight. I think it's a good matchup. And name value fight for Chris Daukaus. Parker Porter, not really. Nobody, you know. But yeah, Rodrigo Nascimento, nothing. Lexi Olenek kind of something, but he didn't really get him out cold. It was just a standing TKO. And Shamil Abdurakhimov. People know of him, but like Shamil Abdurakhimov. Remember the name. We're talking Bilal Muhammad stuff. I'm joking. But yeah, good performance by Curtis Blades. Do him versus Chris Daukaus. Winner gets a title elimination bout. Why not? And do it as a fight night main event, just to boost Daukaus' name even more, because he's doing way better than his brother Kyle Daukaus. That is taking on Kevin Holland next week. I don't think he'll win it. I think he'll get KO'd by Holland. But yeah, good performance by great performance by what's his name? Curtis Blades. Do him Daukaus fight night main event to see how good Daukaus' cardio is. Yeah, I think they should make it. Moving on to the feature fight of the card. Robbie Lawler versus Nick Diaz. Now, I went with Robbie Lawler by first round TKO. And let me just say this detailedly. Just wait. Let me just say this. It was a good fight while it lasted. But I just want to point out this something. Because someone in the Discord server, and they said it, and it was just a server. It wasn't a group chat, it was a server. They said, and a lot of people said Nick Diaz quit. And I'll just get to that in a second. But good performance by Robbie Lawler. Won. I was kind of rooting for Nick, but Lawler gets it done. And people, I'll just get to it after. Good performance by Robbie Lawler. I'd say do him versus, I don't even mind him versus Masvidal. I do think Masvidal would beat him. Because Nick made it, it was a close fight actually. I thought Robbie Lawler won the first round. The second round, I thought Lawler won the first round pretty clearly. But because he was just pressuring Diaz and landing good shots. But second round was closer. I gave it actually to Nick Diaz. The ending was kind of chased him down a little bit. Lawler kind of chased down Nick Diaz. I could have gotten the round, but I still thought Nick was just landing the better shots. Lawler was, he was just, I don't know. I thought Nick Diaz won the second round. Third round comes around. Robbie Lawler. Well, it was 44 seconds in, so I can't really say anything. Lawler landed good shots. And out of nowhere, Lawler lands a punch and lands a big shot afterwards. Nick calls over. And Lawler's like, you know what he's doing? He's like, let's go! With his arms. And Herb Dean stopped it. And let me just explain. People said Nick Diaz quit. A lot of people said Nick Diaz quit. What it be, B-I-T-C-H, you know what I mean? The swear word. Nick is that. I'm just gonna tell you this. Nick Diaz just got, he got Rory McDonald. He got Rory McDonald. His nose shattered. And people won't just take that. His nose got shattered by a little bit like a hook by Lawler. His nose shattered. And people won't just look back at it. But Nick got his show money, showed up, did good for the fans. But man, oh man, Nick Diaz, man, just... It sucks to say that he lost. Lawler got his revenge. Both got his show money. I'd say Lawler versus somebody, maybe like a D-Rod. Oh, let's do it. And get Nick Diaz back in there. He said in the press conference, he said, if I lose it, well, I don't want to do his pressure, I'm just going to say it. He said, if he lost against Robbie Lawler and got beat up, he would turn right back around. And I'd say do him versus Matt Brown. If he does beat Bryan Barberena, which I think he will by first round KO. I would have said Condit, but he's retired. Dang it. That would have been such a good fight. But good win from, maybe Nick Diaz Condit submission underground. It's not in the UFC. Submission underground. Let's do it. But if not that, Nick Diaz versus Matt Brown. Two legends. But if Matt Brown beats Bryan Barberena, which I think he will, let's do that. Lawler versus D-Rod. Nick Diaz versus Matt Brown, most likely if he does beat Bryan Barberena. Or submission underground, Nick Diaz calls Condit. Or calls Condit Nick Diaz. Moving on to the co-main event, Valentina Shevchenko versus Laura Murphy. This is what Murphy gets for just getting good decisions. And people say, oh, look how Shevchenko's gonna beat her, but like, look how she worked her way up to the title. It was robberies, most of them. Who cares about that? Great performance by Shevchenko. Looked good on the feet and landed that one-two kick combo. I think that was a 1-2. I don't know. I'm gonna look back at it. But easy performance by Shevchenko. No one's gonna beat her. I'd say do her versus maybe Andraj rematch. I don't know. No, I'm kidding. Who's gonna beat her? Oh, I kind of hope Zhang Weili beats Rose because it'd be such a good match. Oh, I hope she beats Rose so we can do Zhang Weili versus Valentina Shevchenko. I kind of hope she beat Rose. I don't think she will, but she has a chance. But I don't know. They're not gonna do Shevchenko versus Rose, and they're not gonna do the Nunes fight because Nunes is taking on Pena. But they're not gonna do them. Like, I don't know. I just don't see them doing either of those fights. Her and Rose are friends, so that's kind of out of the picture. And if Zhang Weili, she still has a chance. She only got head kicked. It was kind of a fluke, but whatever. But yeah, no one's gonna beat Shevchenko. Maybe her versus Shukagian rematch. Shukagian, can she throw punches right this time? Well, who knows? We'll find out. Good performance by, what's her name? Good performance by Shevchenko. Laura Murphy is trash. And she said, in the press conference, I know Shevchenko won and she's the best player in the world. But Laura Murphy said, she's fought no one like me. Shut up, bro. Nunes, or you think Nunes is some invisible ghost? Oh, the goat of Women's MMA just existed, not existed. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up, Laura Murphy. She's trash. And yeah, good win from Shevchenko. Easy performance. But yeah, good win. Moving on up the card to the main event now. Alexander Volkanovski versus Brian Ortega. One of the best fights ever. I'd say. Crazy fight. Brian Ortega. He's tough, man. He is very, very durable. And he looked good in there. Locked up triangles on Volkanovski and darts and guillotines as well. But other than those stuff Ortega did, Volkanovski's a beast. And people need to respect them. They're not gonna, because Holloway won. Dude, how Volk flatlined. I thought he flatlines Holloway. I know I like Holloway also, and I think he will beat Yair Rodriguez coming up. I think he'll really badly hurt him. But yeah, no one's gonna beat Volk other than those two, and maybe Arnold Allen and Giga Chikadze. No one else is gonna beat Volk. No one else. Oh, and maybe I can add Josh Newman in there because he is on a streak. But no one else is going to beat him. Volkanovski's a savage. And he is, he's a monster truck. He is a beast, bro. One of the best fights ever, but I wouldn't say the best fight ever or the fight of the year. It could be fight of the year. But other than those submission attempts from Ortega, it was just all Volkanovski. And one of the judges gave it 49-46, which is crazy to me because maybe you can give Ortega one of the rounds just because of the submission attempts. But yeah, just crazy stuff from Volk. Ortega's tough. He's tough. But I'd say do Volkanovski versus Max Holloway if he does beat Yair Rodriguez. Actually, I'll just say Volkanovski versus the winner of Max Holloway versus Yair Rodriguez, which I think will be Max Holloway. But yeah, and I'd say Ortega versus Calvin Kattar. No, because Kattar is probably going to get back in there around the time, so don't do that. You know what, actually? Do Brian Ortega versus the loser of Max Holloway versus Yair Rodriguez, which I think will be Yair Rodriguez. So that's what I think they should do. Volkanovski, Max Holloway, Brian Ortega versus Yair Rodriguez. If I think Holloway and Rodriguez will go. Rodriguez can just body kick him round 1 TKO. Just like the Chikadze Swanson-esque finish. But, yeah. Good performance by both guys. More Volkanovski, though, for his absolute savageness. And Ortega for his durability. If that's even... I don't even know anymore. Volkanovski gets it done. Easy performance, I should say. That was an easy performance. But add those submissions. Volkanovski has heart. Holloway fans will still think that's a robbery. I think Volk could have won that now, looking at it. And Holloway, let's just say how it is good. The first fight, Volkanovski just straight up destroyed him. Second fight, he showed that he could have won that fight. And I'm huge respect for Volkanovski, and I always was. I picked him to win this fight, and the 2 Holloway fights also. I actually picked him to beat Chad Mendes as well. Full camp Chad Mendes and Jose Aldo. A 3-rounder Aldo. I'm one of those guys that think, I like Volkanovski. I think he'll destroy. I think he'll beat up and beat pretty easily Max Holloway in that trilogy. I think he'll do it. But yeah, there's levels, and Volkanovski's a straight up savage. He will definitely might be one day. Oh, I don't know why I said definitely so much, but he might be a featherweight GOAT one day. I think he should get the winner of Max Holloway versus, just get him the winner of Max Holloway, Yair Rodriguez, beat one of them. Which I'm just going to say now, I think Holloway will beat him. Beat Max Holloway, Yair Rodriguez winner. Then take on Giga Chikadze coming up. And then take on Arnold Allen. I don't know. Take on Giga Chikadze. This is on order, by the way. Take on the winner. Okay, let's just start over. Max Holloway, Yair Rodriguez winner. Volk beats him. Then take on Arnold Allen. Something like that. And then Giga Chikadze. And then maybe one more like a Korean Zombie just to get more legacy. More names, good names on your legacy, like legends. And then maybe like I think he's the featherweight GOAT by then. So I'd say 3 more. And then Volkanovski's the featherweight GOAT. And I hope he flatlines Max Holloway. I think he's very good. And I don't know. And I'm a Volkanovski fan. And I'm one of those guys who think Max could have won. I thought it wasn't a robbery. It wasn't a bad decision. It was a questionable decision. But I'm going to watch it back. Maybe I think Volk might win, but I don't know. It was a really close fight. Volkanovski is a beast and a savage and everything, and he's a monster. But yeah, good win from Alexander Volkanovski. But yeah, there's nothing else I should say. A great card. I'd say 8 out of 10. There was some snoozers. Like Talia Santos, Roxanne Modafferi was a snoozer. And Curtis Blades, Jarzinio, Rosenstrike. Those 2 fights equal 1 down. If they both got like epic finishes, Rosenstrike was close, but like Curtis Blades and Talia Santos, if they both got epic finishes, it would have been 10 out of 10. But I'd say 8 out of 10. I'd say it's better than. I'd say it's card of the year. But yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Click the button down below, and it says subscribe. Other than that, I post videos more so every week or more every 5 days to 3 days. I don't post every day. I post every 3 days or something like that. But yeah, I'll see you later. Peace out, guys.